The chat says that they are happy we find them amusing.
Press A to play.
Oh God.
Cool.
Wow.
So I got a bunch of hilarious chats from JP, because chat is all JP.
Shh, we're just gonna call it the chat and
The
not
chat.
acknowledge it's only one person.
Tell us what the chat has to say.
What does the chat have to say?
I'm gonna start telling you what the chat has to say. First comment, procrastinating plus creating is procreation.
That's
Whoa.
amazing.
Whoa.
That just wrinkled my brain. Like
Just wrinkled my
Did it
brain.
wrinkle your brain?
I like that one.
It's all wrinkly, huh? I got another one. Homie says, Knack is actually not a bad game. I kinda liked it.
Okay.
To be fair, it's not a horrendous game. I mean, I'll have to give it that. Yeah.
I don't actually know anything about Knack, so I'm gonna take your word for it.
JP is. I think JP is right in defending Knack a bit, because I was a bit hyperbolic when it came to Knack. I'll be the first one to admit that.
Yeah, if you could just be Bollock in the future, that would be great.
just a bit, just a tad bollock.
If you could please not be overly bollock, that'd be rad.
Yeah, be at least slightly more hypobolic if you could.
I'm more of a parabolic kind of a guy. What can I say? Yeah.
It's a great Tool song. He also qualifies himself a bit by saying it's a wonderful 10 euro game.
Okay, I mean,
So-
Yeah.
but
I
for
would
10
agree, yeah.
euros, you know, how bad could a game really be that it wouldn't be worth it?
Ukulele for Switch, he kind of likes it for 7 euros.
Ooh, yeah.
Mind you, I actually agree with that one. I
Yeah.
played ukulele, and I think it's not that bad.
It's not a full price game, and it's not as good as the games it's trying to imitate, but it is a rather fun game still. Yeah. The
Yeah.
sequel is way better though.
I was gonna say, I actually kind of like
Yeah.
the Metroidvania one. Is
Yeah.
that the second one?
Yeah, with the castle, with the
Yeah, like I kind of like that one.
where you build up basically your health gauge, where you collect extra lives, so it's easier for you to get through that castle. It's a really cool concept. Love it.
So this is a bit of a funny moment for us, because this is the first time that I've had to pay attention to the chat, which I've not been doing, but apparently JP has been dropping us some gems this entire time, so there's more.
Sounds like JP.
The Halo 1 Warthog run was like 3 times as big as the actual ship.
This is true. Do you remember that?
It went on forever. In the first Halo, do you remember? Everything is exploding and you just kept
Yeah,
driving.
the architecture made no sense.
Wait, so the Halo Warthog run is basically like the Fast and Furious 8 scene where they're like on this runway, like at an airport, and it just they're seriously on this runway for like 25 minutes at full speed. Like, I can tell you, there's no airport on the planet that has like any takeoff or landing areas that are that big, but it just goes on and on. But 3 times.
I've not kept up with the need for speeds.
I don't think you need to. I mean,
The
we've reached the point where they're called the Fate of the Furious. Like, I think at this point...
Are we mixing up Need for Speed and Fast and Furious now?
Oh my god, we are!
Guys.
Oh my god, I am. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is my fault.
Equally guilty.
I cannot possibly-
There was a Need for Speed movie, you remember?
I did not.
Was there?
Yeah,
I thought Need for Speed was based on Fast and Furious, and I confused them.
with Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad as the main character.
What?
Well,
Jesse!
Aaron Paul wasn't the main character. Aaron Paul's the actor playing the main character. But yeah, it was not a big hit. But I think that was clear based on your response.
Yeah, okay.
What Need for Speed movie?
Okay, so he also mentions MST3K.
Yeah, because I mentioned it, I think, or was it you, Frake? But one of us mentioned it, and yeah, he was like, someone else who knows it, and yes, I do. Thank you, fellow MST3K enjoyer.
And so for the idiots in the audience like myself, what is MST3K again?
Mystery Science Theater 3000, where they basically...
3000.
Yeah, it was Riff Tracks before it was Riff Tracks, where they would put on bad old movies and then talk about them and commentate them, and it was really funny.
Oh my god, so we're gonna do this with Bill and Ted, I think.
Right, no, exactly. That's exactly what we're doing, yeah. We're basically just stealing Riff Tracks' entire thing.
Okay. JP says, just Google the MST3K intro, it explains it all.
And that's exactly right. That's exactly what it does, yes.
So I got more brain droppings for you. Isn't Ryan Gosling Ken in the Barbie movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god, is he? That's
Yeah.
a perfect role for him.
Yeah.
That is exactly what Ryan Gosling should be in the Barbie
movie.
movie, yes.
I would have thought. Okay, so I guess he has actually fully transitioned to hot guy TM.
Yeah.
You know who would have been even better for the role of Ken, but is a very controversial casting choice right now?
Oh no.
Armie Hammer.
Army Hammer.
Armie Hammer.
There's a man named Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
He was in The Social Network. He was in Death on the Nile. He was in Sorry to Bother You. The Green Hornet.
And his name is Armie Hammer?
He's actually from like one of the richest families out there.
And his name is Army Hammer.
Yeah.
Right, and his name, this is where I'm stuck. I don't know
know.
about you.
It's actually Armand, of course.
Armand Hammer.
Yeah.
Arm and Hammer.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Did his parents have a sense of humor? Like,
I'm now imagining, like Jocko Willink or something, like the prototypical Marine with a completely 90-degree square jaw and / square head and like these absolutely massive shoulders and yeah.
yeah, and he's just a guy named Armand Hammer.
The Marine. Who Marines?
Marinely.
Nick Cage in Willy's Wonder World is an interesting performance. That movie is so dumb it becomes hilarious.
Agreed, yeah, especially because like he almost doesn't speak the entire movie, but he gets one line in because it was just really necessary.
And the name is Willy's Wonder World, which makes me want to see it for no reason that is good. But
Yeah, like have you ever seen Five Nights at Freddy's, or like are you familiar with the concept?
Yeah.
it's like a horror game, right?
Right, where like specifically Chuck E. Cheese automatons try to murder you, and that's basically what Willy's Wonder World is.
Which is kind of how I always felt about Chuck E. Cheese, if I can be honest.
Right, as you should. Again, like this is expected and normal.
I'm one of these people that thinks that like when you go to theme parks and you have these people who are dressed like gigantic cartoon characters, I find that very uncomfortable. I find it creepy as hell.
It is.
That's because it's creepy as hell.
It's like it's the same with clowns. There's no context in which clowns aren't creepy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. JP also says he's not heard any audio issues, which is rad.
Oh, nice.
No.
And so he's got this one funny line where he says, haha, chat is all JP, and I've decided I'm going to pin this message.
Yes.
Cool. For,
I am the chat.
until it's manually unpinned. That will be the pinned message. Thank you, JP.
Hashtag je
No.
suis le chat.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
Oh, thank you, chat, which is JP. So chat equals JP.
Right.
Yeah.
We know this, but you know our fans may not. Our fan may not.
A fan.
Let's call it the fan base. That way it's kind of...
Yeah, right.
big
Our,
base.
our fan base of one person named JP.
Listen, actually, we have 2 entire followers.
2, is one of them us?
I think one of them is me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Is it Acropolon? 'Cause
Yes.
If it is, that's me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say our followers are us and JP. So you know.
Right, yes.
To be
well,
fair, we have never ever promoted this to anyone, pretty much.
Nope.
I told one person about it, I think.
I told my girlfriend and my mom.
Oh, my mom knows about it too. Yeah.
There you go.
She just knows about the YouTube channel though, so that's. My mom doesn't have Twitch. I know, shocker. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Your mom is not so tech savvy that she has Twitch.
I mean, she likes watching Pokemon.
Your mom doesn't watch GQ Pokemon.
JP says any other people that want to join the chat will have to fight me Thunderdome style. And I just want to say, JP, that we 100,000% support this.
There can only be one king of the chat, as we all know.
Oh, man. What an epic moment that would be.
Yeah, what happens when PJ comes up?
Side note, why does Canada have so many torn up flags on this mountain?
I don't know. Why does Canada have giant mountains to climb with these kinds of mechanics, or webways, or whatever the hell that Scott Pilgrim thing was? The Scott Pilgrim fast travel ways were.
My theory, like my headcanon, is that there are like feral moose out there, and they basically just terraformed the shit out of the environment to keep the moose from getting into like their natural habitat. They don't want the feral moose to enter their village, which to me makes sense. Would you want to have a feral moose just running around?
I feel like I would not want to have a feral moose
There you
running
go.
around.
It's true. I mean, moose are huge. They can be terrifying. Have
Yeah.
you seen a moose?
I have not seen it. How big is a moose?
Huge.
Big.
Is it like...
It's big enough that it's terrifying. It's just scary.
Have you ever heard anyone refer to a moose as a moosey? No, because there's just no way you can sort of. There's no cutening, or you can't make them adorable because they're always just intimidating as fuck.
There's no sugarcoating it.
No.
The moose is a beast.
Yeah. The moose is loose.
The moose is loose. Is it bigger than a horse?
Oh yeah, they're big.
Yeah.
It's at least as big. Well, I mean, it depends on the horse, I suppose, but it's like Clydesdale size, isn't it?
Like there's a reason why there's no war moose. Like there is a moose like war horse because like a moose is by definition a war moose. Like any moose is ready for battle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Side note, JP says it's Canada, not Canada. So if they have decided they don't want moose in their villages, they're gonna figure it out.
That's right. They're not gonna let this strange migrant moose. It's native. Shh. The strange migrant moose take over.
JP dropping some knowledge.
Dropping gems up in here.
So I thought we agreed we're gonna call it the chat.
I'm sorry,
Thanks,
yes, the chat.
thanks, chat.
The chat has dropped some gems.
I've got this. I swear, I don't got this. I don't got.
Do you think Canadians just make this run regularly? Like they're just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, this is just going to the
store.
grocery store for them. This is like. This is actually just how you get milk. This is why Canadians are so badass all the time.
Yeah.
It's also why they speak French. You need a language that can be offensively, creatively offensive
Oh no.
to describe this environment.
The chat says that they are happy we find them amusing.
He is your brother. That's it. You can pun like Frake. That's it.
Anyone that drops a dad joke level pun,
Yeah, we accept and love you.
Embrace.
Yeah, absolutely. You're part of the family now.
the chat is part of the family.
That's right.
Amusing. I'm amused.
I'm very amused.
I'm just now picturing like this obituary for me where it has like the names of my relatives and then the chat just in there as well.
Oh man.
Oh God. Oh. No.
How is that even physically possible?
The wind. I think you have to like manage the wind really carefully.
I
Like
don't
all
think it's even
Canadians.
physically plausible at this point. Like just no.
You know, like all Canadians, you have to be an expert in wind foo.
Yeah.
Why does your hair sometimes turn blue?
It indicates that I don't have a dash anymore.
Very important to know that piece of information.
Oh God. Okay.
You were so close.
Do like Chicagoans or Chicagoites or whatever.
Chicagoites, Chicagonoids, you know,
Chicagoe.
the Chicagoese.
Do people from Chicago and Canadians feel like kindred spirits? Is that like a thing? That could be a thing, right?
I think they're more elitist towards each other's type of wind, you know.
Oh yeah, because like,
It's like, oh, yours is cold. Well, it's like coffee. You know, mine is only hot. I don't know if that's true. Actually, that's nonsense.
I can't hear the words hot coffee without thinking of awkwardly animated sex from the early 2000s.
I'm sorry.
Hot coffee, GTA, remember? No?
Nope. You're gonna need some explanation on that one.
GTA San Andreas was released with like I think a mature rating back then, and then someone found out that if you use like a Game Shark or something similar, there was actually still code in the game, like on the disc, for like a sex mini game. And which again, this is like 2004, so I can tell you it did not look good, and which is weird and off-putting. There's a reason it wasn't in the game, you know, but the animations and everything were still in there, and you would get to that point by asking out one of the love interests for a coffee. And I think
A hot coffee?
the thing is, like, in the code, I think the words hot coffee were found, so that's why it was called the hot coffee mod. 'Cause it was
Okay.
called- yeah. The thing is that this turned into a whole thing, like Jack Thompson, the crazy lawyer who was waging his own little crusade against video games. He made a whole big thing of it, and he actually succeeded partly because the American judicial system said, like, you know, it might not be part of the intended gameplay mechanics, but it's on the disc that you're selling, So that's when they printed out all these mature stickers to put over the adult only stickers.
Right, which as we know completely stopped sales of GTA and made it
Yeah.
not successful at all.
Well, the thing is, for at least for some time, that was a big issue because they had to reprint the game, and then they couldn't sell it in a lot of stores that would not only go up to mature. But that was the hot coffee mod. That was a whole debacle back then.
Well then,
Yeah,
just because some animator got real horny one day.
like it's hilarious if you look back at it now. It looks really bad.
But it was going to be a game feature, which means
Yeah.
that somebody sat around and had a meeting about this.
Right, an animated polygonal sex.
Yeah.
Like really just
Mini
sat
game
down.
though. It was kind of like, okay, cool. So if you twirl the thumbstick,
I don't even think it was that advanced. I think it was just like, look at this cutscene we've made. Look at those square boobs.
Well, we did have stuff
Square
like that in
boobs.
God of War back then. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember that. You had to twirl the thumbstick. At least
How could I
that's
not?
where I got it from. Yeah.
At least they didn't show it, but like, yeah, absolutely. But like,
Yeah.
that was better than like,
Yeah.
hey, look at this square person.
JP has just informed me that, little known fact,
Oh.
Canadians are snowbenders.
They are snowbed. This
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah, I can see that.
It explains everything.
The total water tribe people.
Yeah. Also,
This
they're
is
way
the
up
truth.
north, so that also makes sense. Yeah.
This makes perfect sense. But what happens when the fire tribe attacks?
They bloodbend.
They bloodbend.
It's called Canada, not Cantadia.
Listen, we call it bending the red snow, Andrew.
Bending the red snow. What about bending the yellow snow? Can they do that too?
It's a forbidden technique.
You know that they've tried though. We're so mature and responsible on this
Absolutely.
stream of ours.
Absolutely. Thank you, chat, for sticking with us through our very mature response.
Thank you, chat. Chat says that's why they have moose. Fire Nation's biggest weakness, the moose.
This is true. There it is. The moose is actually there to protect Canada from the Fire Nation.
I want to know how they get the moose to the Fire Nation, though. That will take some traveling.
No,
some
like it's there to
logistics.
protect Canada from the Fire Nation.
Ah, because they're good guys. They only defend. They don't attack.
Exactly,
Moose
right?
are kind of similar to
The moose
sky-bison.
protect, but it don't attack.
They're similar to sky bison.
Yeah, like Appa.
Ah,
Yeah, there you go.
Yip yip, motherfucker.
yeah.
There's also sky moose, but you don't know about them because you have to be Canadian to
Yeah.
like see them.
Yeah.
Without a Canadian passport, they don't show themselves.
I hear that if you ingest enough maple syrup, eventually they slowly become
You
visible.
can channel your inner moose. What?
So yeah, sorry, this is an interesting section. By interesting, I mean I'm determined now.
Yeah.
But I will make it work, don't you worry.
Listen, this game has informed us that you can do this.
It has informed me that I can do this, guys. The game believes in me. Do you?
The game believes in you.
I mean, there's been quite a few deaths, I'm just saying.
Just noticing the death count and thought I would mention it.
Wait, you made it?
No, I
that
went back the
going?
other direction. I was like, right, but here's another way I can make it. I can give up.
Is that the message of the game?
Dies.
Death.
Are you okay, Callie? Are you okay there?
I'm trans, I'm never okay. Alright, I got this.
Oh no.
I got this. Okay, it's okay, I got this. This, by the way, accurate representation of me trying to get my medicine. Just keep walking, it's fine. Just keep going,
Also,
look, get there eventually.
pretty decent representation of Dutch weather the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
This is true, yeah, this is just real Amsterdam weather.
Yeah.
I don't know if,
We're
Everyone
keeping it
lives-
real on this stream.
I know that everyone in chat lives in Amsterdam and already knows this, but for everyone else,
I thought that's why everybody moved to the Netherlands. It's clearly the beautiful weather.
Oh yeah.
The fact that it's never gloomy or cloudy here.
it's 1000% it. That's absolutely.
That's how it works.
It's exactly what I was thinking when I moved to the Netherlands. I was like, I want to move to the Netherlands so that I can see the sun all the time.
Yeah, that's sweet sunny weather.
Does the wind stop at any point? What is
We're
up
talking
here?
about the game or the Netherlands, because in both
Both,
cases,
as it turns out. I think that in both cases the answer is no, but you know, I had to ask.
it might theoretically. I don't know. It's yeah. Nice.
You didn't even need that button.
Ah!
That hurt. That one hurt.
But
That doorbell ringing sound freaks me out.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to get up and do something. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I've
fair.
been Pavloved.
It's, the bell door sound, like the doorbell sound, it's like a generic doorbell. That's the weird thing. It just sounds not gamey. It sounds like
It's true, yeah.
the stuff you hear on a daily basis.
Maybe like the idea was that they were trying to communicate to the player that it has to do with the doors.
Maybe that just happened to be the sound that they found. They were like, oh yeah, this is we can use this in the game.
Like the sound of shattering pottery.
No.
Like the classic stock sounds.
Come on, Cal.
I'm trying.
You're not trying hard enough.
I know.
Maddie's counting on you.
I will try harder.
Don't make Maddie a saddie, Callie. Come on.
No.
No. I'm sorry, Maddie. I got this, I
Emotional
promise.
sabotage. Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Maddie the baddie.
Oh, God.
I have to say, for Maddie to be able to pull up all these acrobatic stunts, Maddie's got to be in fantastic shape.
Oh, she is. She's incredible. She's like Captain America level super shape. Oh, gosh. I mean, I wish I could double jump in midair. God knows what kind of shape you have to be in to just generate that force.
And I was just picturing Maddie having like these clickbaity things on our website or something like, with these 5 tips, you too can climb any mountain.
I was thinking like Maddie's workout course, you know, it's like,
Nice. Like a very 80s VHS kind of a, yeah.
right, like, just like, yeah, you know, if you're gonna mountain climb like me, you're gonna need serious abs. This is the way you do it. To get the double jump, you're gonna wanna really flex on this part of the jump.
You gotta walk for several hours against the wind.
If you live in Canada, this won't be a problem. Just do this on your regular milk run.
Wow, that was...
Very nice.
Hey,
Got hit in the face with a snowball.
constant danger in Canada, as we all know.
You got a
Flying
bunch of kids
snowballs.
flinging snowballs at you.
That's just how it works. They just like to watch you explode into energy beams. You know, I had to go for the strawberry. I mean, how will strawberry look at me if I don't go for the strawberries?
Strawberry.
How will I ever look strawberry in the coal eyes again?
You see, we weren't able to like find a buddy in this game like we did for Greg and Ted.
Oh, yeah.
So we made up Strawberry. Strawberry is the mascot of this game that is unseen.
This is true, yeah.
Maddie on her farm has a straw man cult.
Plot twist. What if Waddy is the companion all along?
Waddy.
Waddy has always been the companion, guys. We just didn't know.
Like, the
Waddy.
real Greg was the Weddy we found along the way. That's
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
Oh, how depressing.
The real strawberry was the Waddy we found along the way as we hunted for Greg.
We gotta work on Waddy's mustache though.
Waddy's got to work on Waddy's mustache, though, you know? Like,
It's not our responsibility.
right, like, Waddy's really got to step up her mustache game, clearly.
These gigantic snowballs just randomly flying around
Or,
Canada.
alternatively, given that Maddie is trans, perhaps Waddy is just really, really on point with her hair removal.
It does sound good though. Like, she must step up her mustache game. Like, that sounds.
Yeah.
I mustache you a question.
She must ask us many questions, as it turns out.
You've gotten through quite a bit of this game. How many stages are there? You're on the 3rd one, right?
I don't know how many stages there are exactly. But yeah, like I said, like this game.
Does
is-
anyone in chat know? Okay.
Yeah, does the chat know how many stages there are?
The chat has been silent. I'm guessing the chat has something better to do than listen to us waffling on.
Okay, the chat might actually be working, but still.
That's fair. Yeah. How dare you
Working.
work, chat?
Working?
No.
What
On
could be
the
more
Lord's
important
Day-
than listen to us speak nonsense?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you see, they've got to make a living to survive on because we live in a capitalist hellscape. Listen, it's the trans episode. I have to be anti-capitalist. It's part of it.
I'm picturing that Charlie Munger moment where he was like, nah, it's really agonizing for someone to
Oh, yeah.
really
Oh.
agonizing. The way that he talks.
I don't know who this person is. I think.
The clip I showed last time.
Yeah,
it was
pretty
like,
sure.
Oh yeah.
people are afraid, and rightfully so, and that's what keeps capitalism going. Like, okay, that's true, but also really unsettling.
Yeah. Also very true, right?
Yeah.
And so, what better episode to discuss that on than the trans one? After all, we all know the pipeline goes: thinking you're trans, confirming you're trans, become communist. That's just the way it goes. I don't make the rules. It's just how it is. Oh gosh.
Oh.
We got this, Maddie. We can do this.
The music is appropriately intense at this stage.
Yes, it is. Okay. It's okay. I got this. I got this. I got this. Do I got this? I got this. I think I got this.
The game told you so.
The game told me so, yes. If I believe hard enough, then I will definitely have got this.
Right in the face.
I was gonna say, as I get killed in the face.
JP says you got this.
Okay, well, if the chat says so, if the king of chat believes in me, I have to succeed.
The king of chat believes in you.